Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to the Dark Rites of Arkham. And in the last episode, guys, we took a little tour through the Arkham Museum of the Unusual, finding the wax figure of Cthulhu in the Innsmouth exhibit, and discovering that there is a painting there that's under curtain, that has a weird psychological effect on people. And I guess we have an opportunity to find the mechanism that'll actually open up the curtain. But we kind of ran out of things to do, so that is going to lead us to the esoteric bookstore, the Ishtar Gate, the one area we have not gone to yet. So let's see what's over here. The Ishtar Gate. That's where that parapsychologist presents his book. That is a really cool bookstore. Got a bus. Oh, a bus! Okay. There's that guy who's reading the magazine at the park who won't put it down until the bus gets there, so... Alright, we know what to do there. Let's check all the rest of this out. The best-selling books of the month are on display. Let's take a peek. Fragments of Atlantis by Alexander Mann. On the Trail of the Order of the Eternal Wind by Thomas Neville. The Seal of Paimon by James Grinstead. Do you know any of these? Fragments of Atlantis. Very interesting. I don't know the rest. The Ishtar Gate. Esoteric bookstore. Ishtar, the Babylonian goddess of love and war. You know, I'm shocked the Arkham League for Decency hasn't tried to shut this place down for flaunting a naked woman. Maybe they haven't looked up. That's fair. Yeah, I can't check the showcase while that guy's there. Sir? Can you move? Line 5 makes a stop here. Another storefront with a toe tag. Yes, indeedy. Reed's Cola. Oh, the bus is like its own location? I hear shouting from inside. Let's go in and see what's going on. I won't say it again. Get off my bus. Don't you have any compassion? You'll get me fired, you damn hag. Hey. Arkham PD. What's the trouble? This woman. She got on the bus without a ticket and won't get off. Ma'am, you know you can't ride without a ticket. So I beg you to step down. Don't get me wrong. I had to get on this bus due to force majeure. Force majeure? Spell it out. My cane was stolen while I was sitting on a bench. I have fasciitis in the sole of my foot and I can't walk without it. Not my problem. Let her finish, pal. I barely made it to the bus so this gentleman could take me home. There's a stop right in front of my door. I told him I'd pay the fare as soon as we got there. I don't have any money on me. Ma'am, don't keep telling me the same sob story. You can't get on here without a ticket. Period. Why don't you take the lady home, pal? Route's the same with or without her, right? Are you mad? If the depot hears a colored woman rode without a ticket, I'm finished. If it were someone else, maybe nothing would happen, but a colored woman? I wouldn't have boarded if I could walk. Besides, your bosses don't need to know about it. Get off. I can't. You're starting to annoy me. Keep it up, and there will be consequences. This is getting dull. Shall we go? We shouldn't leave that woman alone with him.
Why? Let them deal with it.
Look at his hand. A steel crank. And he's about to lose it.
Damn it. Okay, well, I mean, we could just...
Jack! That's not the way to solve things.
Yeah, it is. Which one's your favorite?
I don't like canned food. I prefer to cook.
You cook?
Yeah, sure.
You'll have to invite me over sometime. I've forgotten what food tastes like that doesn't, forgotten what food that doesn't come in a can tastes like.
It would be my pleasure to cook for you, Jack.
Okay, don't get me wrong, this is the most important thing, but we're just gonna see if there's anything that any clue. Damn it. I left my smokes on the boss's desk. Got any?
No, I only smoke at home and after coffee.
So that's Red Winchell. I'd never put a face on the name. Do you listen to WKST?
Yes, it was the station I had tuned into when you came into my office.
Electrical Planet. What the hell is that?
It's an electronics magazine.
What about?
You know, electronics. A branch of physics that applies the behavior of electrons in electrical devices and circuits. In a few years, most commonly used objects will be electronic.
So when do we go from steam engines to this witchcraft? Okay. So... maybe the umbrella will help her? Here, take this. It's not a real cane, but close enough. Courtesy of Mayor Bradley.
Oh! I could really go home with this. How can I ever thank you? Don't worry about it. We're here to help. You're angels, the both of you. And you're a devil. Good night, gentlemen. And rest assured, I will be voting for Mayor Bradley.
And off she goes. Now, can we have a word with you, sir? Now can we shoot him? Thank goodness you've ended this nightmare. Now I can get back to work. Not so fast. Hand over the weapon.
Weapon? What weapon?
The crank. What was the plan? Use it on the poor old lady if you couldn't get her off the bus? I only meant to scare her. Spare me. I'm confiscating it.
What if I get a flat?
I don't have another one. Well, I don't know. Screw you. The crank, please. Have some empathy next time, will you?
And watch that temper. He'll get you in trouble.
Let's get out of here, Harvey. Assholes.
Woo!
Oh, that bus had some horsepower, didn't it? Oh, the guy's not here anymore. Journey Through the Mind by Edgar Salazar. Astrology and Cosmic Plane by Ji Jiang. The Oracle of the Dead by Niall D. Riley. Do people buy this?
More than you think.
Okay, well, two things. Before we go into the bookstore, we're going to exit here. We're going to go back to the park. Hey! The latest issue of Strange Eons magazine is on top of the stack of magazines. I'll take it with me. cool. It's in perfect condition, no pages are missing. Don't think there was anything else in the park for us. So let's head back here and then head into the Museum of the Unusual. The director's like, we're not going to charge you. Welcome back. If you would be so kind as to come with me. I know we can skip through this, but, you know, it's okay. Just need the patience. Now, do we need to deal with him, though, if we're going to open this thing up? The steel crank I confiscated from the driver of the Line 5 bus. One end is I hate that word. Yoink. Fits perfectly. What? You can't... Oh. It's hypnotic, don't you think? You can explore the museum at your leisure. I'll be right with you. Weren't you tired of this guy?
A little, yes.
Let's go.
Yoink. Are we really going to steal from a museum?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just saw it.
I don't know what you saw.
But you... Oh, I see.
That's right. And I think that's pretty much everything else that we need to do, so... Should we give the wax sculpture to Marsh? Is that what we need to do? A request to examine the figure that was used as a weapon in the altercation between Benjamin Marsh and Robert Finley. I'm trying to remember who wanted the Strange Eons magazine. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I knew it was important. Maybe we haven't ran into that person yet. Let's check out the bookstore before we go back to Marsh Antiques, just because we'll run into another wall, you know? Besides, if Marsh realizes that it's fake, he's probably going to try and eat us. What's that smell? It smells like something burning.
Incense.
What?
It smells like incense.
What's that?
A mixture of plant resin and essential oils used as a fragrance.
Well, it smells awful. Bookseller? Ooh, looks cool. This is the occult section. You're an expert on this subject. Have you read any of these books?
I've read some. It's good to know the beliefs of some cults. Although most occult practices are invented or based on ancient texts of dubious authenticity. They're helpful reads, but practically irrelevant to my work.
What do you mean?
The purpose of a cult is to subdue its members. Surrounding the cult with an aura of esotericism is something that, unfortunately, appeals to many people. If you knew how many cult leaders believe in what they preach, you'd be surprised. All this paraphernalia is just a hook for the members. A carrot on a stick.
I see. Welcome to the Ishtar Gate. Looking for something in particular?
More like someone. We're looking for Philip Moore, the popularizer of strange topics.
We're lucky that he's included the Ishtar Gate in his tour. He just signed copies of his new book and is now giving a talk on the phenomena of spontaneous human combustion. You'll find him upstairs.
Thank you.
It's by invitation only, by the way.
Oh, understood.
Another hoop to jump through.
I knew it was true. The earth is hollow.
I have to add this. I love the fact that when random stuff happens, they make it so Harvey and Jack just look at each other. I think it's such a nice touch. It's an Egyptian sarcophagus.
They were used to guard the mummy of a deceased person who had undergone an embalming process.
Listen, Harvey. I may look like a tough, ignorant cop, but I've got some culture.
Oh, I'm sorry if I offended you, Jack. But a moment ago you didn't even know what incense was, and I thought, well, don't think so hard.
Incense.
That's right.
Just that fascinating. These are this month's new releases. Let's see. Mind Over the Immaterial World by Dr. Julius von Klaas. Journey to Central America and the Search for Spiritual Healing by Pierre Caron. Oh, can we just keep on clicking? Ancestral Druid Magic by Aidan O'Brien and Liam Eamon. The Magic Triangle of Peru by Christian Martin. The Magical Universe of Peter Spare by Joseph Hine. Chaos and Order, a History of the Sepharonian Tradition by Frank Birchwa.
I suppose you find these books fascinating, Jack, but we have things to do.
Yeah, let's get on with it. This place must seem like a paradise to you, right, Harvey?
I love being surrounded by books, that's true.
It's like when they took you to the fair as a child, right?
I think you're starting to get to know me.
Ooh, information panel. The Ishtar Gate and Saturn editions are pleased to present Philip Moore, renowned writer on parapsychology. The event will consist of a book signing for his Spontaneous Human Combustion, a Reality, and a lecture on the topic. The arrow points upstairs.
I think it's Marduk, a Mesopotamian deity. God of creation, wisdom, and justice.
Alright, I mean, you're blocking the way, of course, but to the upper floor.
Are you here to see Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Your invitation, please. If you don't have an invitation, I can't let you in. This is a private event.
We're from Arkham PD. I'm Detective Foster, and this is Detective Whitman. We need to speak with Philip Moore.
Well, since the event began, 3 fake cops and a supposed army colonel have shown up. Oh, and that weird guy who's been posing as the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Boston. Everyone wants to see Mr. Moore. And I can understand why, but without an invitation, I can't let you in.
Literary agent. And you are?
Ralph Miller, literary agent. I work for Saturn Editions, Hearst Communications Group. Mr. Moore is my client.
And shouldn't you be upstairs with him? What are you doing down here playing bouncer?
I'm concerned about my client's safety.
Want to see my badge to convince yourself? Like I told you, 3 guys have shown up here posing as cops. All with fake badges, of course. Well, where can we get an invitation? The event has been advertised for over a month. It's too late for that, don't you think? What part of We're the Police did you not understand? The same part you didn't understand about no invitation, no entry. Step aside and let us through. Don't you realize you're obstructing justice? Do you know who you're talking to? My client and I are with the Hearst Group. Don't push my buttons, okay? Where can we get an invitation? Oh. Let's get out of here, Harvey. Although I think we should arrest this guy.
It's true that he's not cooperating, but we'd be wasting time taking him to the station and doing paperwork. We'll find a way to talk to more. Don't worry.
Well, we can shoot him.
Don't even think about it, Jack.
Maybe the bookseller?
We're from Arkham PD. I'm Detective Whitman, and this is my partner, Detective Foster. We need to speak with Philip Moore. We appreciate it if you'd be so kind as to let us access the upper floor.
The police? Mr. Moore's publisher has rented the upstairs for this event. And for the duration of the event, we have no decision as to who or may not have access. Didn't you hear my partner, pal? We're the police. I understand, but the contract stipulates that access will be managed solely and exclusively by the publishing company. We would help you if it weren't our power, but we don't want to risk a lawsuit from them. The publishing house belongs to the Hearst Communication Group. They have a lot of power. I hope you understand. Do you know that this is obstruction of justice?
Don't worry, Jack. We'll find a way to see Philip Moore.
You're playing with fire, pal. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and see. I need a quick refresher on things. I love it's random people sitting at the bus stop, too. That's a really nice touch. I don't know if I necessarily want to talk to Marsh yet. Might as well.
You made good on your threat. You're back.
Yeah, no. What we're gonna have to do is find some way to... Yeah, we're gonna have to exchange the wax figure with the one and then put it back into evidence, aren't we? Hey there, pupper. Oh.
Hi there, buddy.
Hey. Again? Why the urge to pet a stray dog?
They'd like to be petted.
No, you like it. Stay away from him. Oh, do it again. Please. Aw. Okay. The diner. There was no one in the diner really to talk to. There was the... Trying to think about people that I need to talk to at the police station. There's Dr. Helen. And we need that stamp. That stamp's important. I think that's where we get the stamp for everything, is right there. Because we also... Is there any way to distract him, though? Or distract her? Well, let's do this. At the moment, let's head in here and hand off, show all of our items to the gatekeeper. And if we can't get through, then we know that we need something else along the way. Alright, the gun's not gonna work. I'm not interested. Not interested. Yeah, we still can't do that. Figured that was going to be the case. Here you go. This month's Strange Eons magazine. With the corresponding... Oh, that's right, it had the invitation in it, didn't it? Perfect. I suppose you're aware that the invitation that comes with the magazine is for one person only. Oh, wow. But you are readers of the magazine, right? Of course we are. We buy it every month. At 50-50, you know, and these are tough times. Oh, absolutely. You can come in. Enjoy the evening. I completely forgot about that. That was where the invitation was. Reports on victims of spontaneous human combustion indicate that most were chronic alcoholics. Such figures have led some to suppose that residual alcohol in the body acts as an igniting agent. However, as in was many documented instances, Mrs. Violet Ashford was a teetotaler. Therefore, we can rule out this theory and treat those data points as mere coincidence. Okay, screen, fill up more. Anything else here in the dark? The condition of that leg is very similar to the condition of our victim's hand, isn't it? It certainly is. I must caution you, the final slide is decidedly distressing. If anyone feels it might offend their sensibilities, do step downstairs. My colleague, Professor Taylor, will summon you once it is passed. No one? Good. Kurt? Mr. Reginald Grayson. The fire affected only his head. The rest of the body remained intact. I have styled this uncommon manifestation localized spontaneous human combustion. Why would the conflagration confine itself to a single part and not progress beyond it? Might the phenomenon possess some sort of consciousness? You will find the answer to these questions in Chapter 8 of my book, providing, of course, data with the utmost scientific rigor. Lights, if you please. And now we drink. Shall we take 5 minutes and then proceed to the signing? I pity you arrived at the end. You've missed the substance of it. It's a shame, yes. Detective Foster and Detective Whitman. Arkham PD. Have I landed myself in some trouble, detectives? I don't know. Do you pay your taxes? Yes, of course. Have you killed anyone lately? Good heavens, no. Then you have nothing to worry about. We need your advice on a case. What we are going to show you is strictly confidential. If you disclose this information, you'll be committing a crime. Do not worry, I'm quite familiar with the protocol. It is by no means my first collaboration with the police. What do you need? Take a look at this. Pray, let me see. This hand was found at a crime scene. There was no trace of any fuel that could have started the fire, which leads us to believe it was spontaneous human combustion. It could very well be such a case beyond doubt. Yet one detail gives me pause. Observe the wrist. Ordinarily, remains do not present in this fashion. Here the cut is unnaturally clean, as if severed with a hot blade. Do you have a photograph of the charred remains? Yes. I admit that this photograph is a bit disconcerting. There was barely enough ash on the floor to show that an entire body had been burned. This burnt area on the wall is the only thing that... Good Lord! What's going on? These are not the residues of a fire. These are the signatures of a portal. I beg your pardon? A gateway through space and time. Witches commonly employ it to traverse between 2 points in an instant. Upon closure, it leaves a scorched silhouette of its shape. That's what we're seeing in the photograph. Wait a minute. Witches? The sort with the pointy hats and flying brooms? They are highly educated and intelligent women, well versed in the darkest arts, and far more dangerous than any fairy tale stereotype. Do you know why? Because they are real. Witches. I reckon we're in over our heads on this one, Harvey. Everything rather falls into place. If only a hand was found at the crime scene, the subject must have crossed as the portal collapsed. He didn't have time for his entire body to follow through. These portals can only be generated by witches? That is the prevailing view. There's no reliable record of a warlock raising one. The hand I found belongs to a man. That means that a witch opened that portal and the one we thought was a second victim is actually the murderer of the first one. It was impossible to determine his identity from his fingerprints. There's no record of him. We don't have him in our files. Well, now we have two killers. A one-handed man and a witch. Portals are unconstrained by time, but limited in space. According to Joseph Kerwin's manuscripts, the portals have a range of 25 miles. Thus, the origin point lies somewhere between Arkham, Salem, and Kingsport. All indications point to the presence of witches in Arkham, so your radius of investigation should be confined to this city. Find her, and you may apprehend them both. Where can we find not just a witch, but that witch? My own knowledge here is, alas, limited. However, there is someone in this very room who can tell you more. With your permission, I'll be right back. Kurt? Yes?
You won't believe this.
Witches. What are we getting into, Harvey?
Detectives. May I present my colleague, Kurt Taylor. He's been assisting with this evening's presentation.
A pleasure.
He's a history professor at Amherst and a specialist in the colonial era. He has written several volumes on the witch hunts in colonial Massachusetts. I dare say his expertise will be of considerable use. I shall leave you in his capable hands. I must attend to my guests.
So you've stumbled upon a portal, right? And you're on the trail of a witch.
That's right.
Well, I have good news and bad news. The good news is the subject pool is down to 3. And they're here in Arkham. There's no record of any other witches in existence today. And the bad news. You'll have to be extremely careful if you encounter them. Don't underestimate them. They're very dangerous. They're masters of the dark arts. They can twist reality, deceive your senses, and in the worst case, cast deadly spells.
These witches. Tell us about them.
Have you ever heard of the Salem witch trials?
It was a Puritan frenzy that happened 3 centuries ago.
Between 1692 and 1693, to be precise.
More than 100 women were accused of practicing black magic. About 20 were executed and several died under torture during the trials.
All of them falsely accused. And they were just women who lived on the margins of the community's strict religious conduct. All of them were accused simply for being victims of personal conflicts or collective hysteria, with 3 exceptions: Keziah Mason, Mary Warren, and Abigail Revell, all of Arkham. They were accused of kidnapping children, witchcraft, the death of several villagers, and signing the Book of Azathoth with blood. In their confessions under torture, all 3 testified before Judge Hawthorne to a strange story involving complex lines and curves. The geometric shapes, properly traced, created a portal that could take them through space and time. The 3 women were confined in individual cells awaiting burning at the stake. On the day of the execution, the authorities were astonished to find that the 3 cells were empty. In their place was only an elongated burn mark on the wall.
Exactly like the one you discovered, Jack.
They were never found. They disappeared from the face of the earth. However, there are indications that the witches traveled through time to our era. I've had other things to do this past year that have kept me from looking into this thoroughly, but I can assure you that all 3 are in this air city.
Wait a minute, buddy.
Are you saying our suspects are 3 witches who time traveled more than 200 years to get here? I know it's hard to take in, but
I buy it. How about you, Harvey?
I'm open-minded.
oh, we got Keziah Mason. I remember. Oh, Dreams in the Witch House. Mary Warren and Abigail Revell. And holy crap, I did not realize how long the episode had gone. Can I actually save my game here? No, I cannot. Okay, more exposition. Here we go. Actually, I'll tell you what. This is a great place to end the episode. When we get back, we'll get a rundown of our subjects. Hope you all have enjoyed it. If you liked the episode, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. That'd be a big help. I will see you next time. Later days, everyone.